I'm making this video not really as a YouTuber, but as a viewer of many YouTube videos that are about art-related topics. Now, I'm not saying there's a lack of good quality videos educating people on art fundamentals. I definitely want to see excellent knowledge on the topic of hands, but if you want your viewers to take up further interest in a hobby, or maybe even an art profession one day, you have to acknowledge some things to keep in mind, which are just my suggestions at the end of the day, really. So, number 1. So these types of videos are more about showing your progress through a drawing, and maybe you have points you want to get across with what's on the screen, but the audience won't be seeing this in 4x speed, you know. It's better to outline your methodology step by step rather than label a video as tutorial and expect audience to follow along. Now, if you are afraid of speaking on a recorder, you could always put in some block text just to show where you are at and the steps you're taking, and that'll better inform your viewer or what's going on. If you're recording with your phone, make sure to have the best setup. A dimly lit, blurry photo is not the standard people would expect. Instead, buy a mount for your phone that you can easily position at a downward angle. Also, best to show the angle that's opposite your dominant hand, just so people don't just see a clenched fist over a page. Another thing is lighting. Make sure your camera doesn't pick up too many shadows if you film at night. Also, some phone cameras, if you use that method of recording, tend to have autofocus on, so you might have to experiment to achieve the best result. The overall thing is to reduce technical hiccups, so your filming can stay consistent throughout. Avoid being too specific. Unless you want to be really good at drawing an eye, learning one trick is good one time to impress people. But if you want to teach people to be professional, you have to offer them fundamentals, like for example, with the realistic eyes, there's some good learning to use the fundamentals of light and shading to create form in an image. Grids for proportions and perspective can work well, but relying on them too much is its own detriment. You have to see them as a guide or a safety net. As a general rule, you shouldn't rely on grids and mathematics too much, just as a starting point. Don't use lined notebook paper in your tutorial. Try using any plain sheet of paper. Professionals don't necessarily use those even for practice. And the lines are sometimes, but barely utilized. It can even be simpler as using printer paper when a person is starting out. If you disagree with this, then it's okay to link me an artist in the comments if you think I'm mistaken. But I don't think I am.
Okay, so
Listen, don't just insert a bunch of memes. They don't age well, and yeah, young kids may get into it and YouTubers have a personality, and I love a good spicy meme, but it's kind of cynical and shows you don't really care about the audience's investment or attention to the topic you're presenting them. If you're shoving memes in every available pause you can give, it's distracting. And that's not to say you don't get to be as loud and expressive as you see fit. I'm saying stuff you find funny changes year after year. Otherwise, you could make a first video reaction and cringe to death. Or just be a rebel, it's up to you. Remember, these are all suggestions and my own personal opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. That's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching, and if you liked the video, share if you want. And to all the beginners and professionals, thanks for watching. Cheers. Until next time, bye.